was really good story tonight. I'll go with 8 out of 10. So if you want to subscribe in this channel right here, then put on my screen at the top below. So let's go live right here. I just went silencing his music hit of sucks. I just went silencing the open wall to a person in friends saying about how much he sucks. I just but before he could say a single word. Into when Cody Rhodes' music hit he saw him into the ring, so making Nightmare went through some of the ways. Into when Sunset could make a fun of him, including in his time has Stardust. I'd say 2012 has Stardust. Into when Cody Rhodes wanted to know why, and Sunset turned his back onto the fans after all these years. Into when Sunset fought back, saying he was going to bury Rose like he has to anyone else. Into when Sunset and Rose both did a great job with the part of this assessment, and this might have felt limited to some because we have seen a couple of these talking assessment already, but they pulled it off. And they tweeted Rose for a long time and dig deep in attempt to hold his own. It was before it got physical. Cena tried to attack, but Rose dropped him with his furniture and stood tall with such a delivery title. And he went Sunset in London. His sword was the best one of his Cowboy Tour designs, and Cody Rhodes' suit had been getting lately added with what he helped so the contract between him and Cena. I wasn't making a bonus to Vince McMahon was Cody a suits. In next match, I got the New Day, we take out New Cast Republic. Kofi Kingston wanted to prove to Adam Page that they deserve a tag titles shot. I just hope that CM gave them the opportunity to own it, but they had to do it against local boys like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. I didn't New Cast Republic a 12 apiece against Wolves with some quick double team moves. I just a slow cut to a break after a both members of New Day were taken out at the ringside. With the after the break, Wolves and Kingston so Malawi but the two former NXT UK champions has an open hand more often. And just that the New Day was able to make a comeback and hit the break for the pin and the win. And this was a fun match that ended with Eric and Alvar was coming out to make it clear the real weight for Woods and Kingston. And the winner of this match is the New Day. After into a London crowd is pop big for Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne looked like he had no idea what to do when Tyler Bate went for the high five. And you went Tyler Bate airplane spin is always a fun spot. Next match, they got Sammy Uso goes one-on-one against Gunter. After Big Sam was looking to knock Gunter down after a pig this week, after they got into a heated exchange from last week. After the ring gets the look angle and Jake Nelson as he made his way to the ring. After the world champion's head exploded for a bit, after Sammy also was able to take him down with a stunning dive at the ringside to get the open hand. After going to kick out of Sammy Oso's brass and was level, Sammy with a burning shot as he began to dominate him. Into ring Gunter could have won shortly after we returned from the break. After but he lifted Sammy also off the mat and stopped into the pan. He did it again as he continued to punish the blow of his with a mere opponent. I think this was a good way to remind people of how dangerous the ring Gessler can be. He looked like a document as ill as he took Sammy apart. He floated one with a sleeper hold to answer a beating. And when they also went down to make the save when going to put Sammy back into the sleeper hold. And the winner of this match is going to just regulate shots of Blitz and celebrate so up into the crowd or getting old. Just the angle of WWE News to sue the Simplex was interesting. After it wasn't what you will mostly expect. And when going to hit a very stiff clothesline at the ringside. Next match got Penta and Braun Breaker, which take on Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. I was an after break upon from last week. Penta and Braun Breaker found the seed on the same side on Monday when Jake Balor, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio in a tag match. Until when Dom was quickly taken down by Penta, and he was celebrated for Braun Breaker to come and win him over with a solo title. Until when Braun Breaker and Penta combined their power and high-flying skills to make for a fun team against the more expensive duo of Judgment Day. Until when Penta was on the difference after the break. And but he tagging in a press Braun Breaker to start throwing the ball points around like a rag dolls. Until when Dom and Balor set up Braun Breaker to hit a stunning spit on Penta, was allowed Finn Balor to hit the cover D, gets up for the pin into the land. And this was defining the more interesting of two possible outcomes. But the match would have been fun regardless of who won. And the winner of this match, Judgment Day. I was after a break going to attack Sammy also again. He sit and tight safe to the ropes while he had a watch Sammy get destroyed, just turned into a bloody to cover his face and to fight. Into when Khalil feels like he never wrestled anymore. Into when Dom always get good heat when he does the sweet mingles. And into when London he hates Logan Paul. And when AJ Styles was in the ring after the break. WWE is hype this assessment has Logan Paul calling him out, but WWE ended up getting the oversight because AJ Styles was tired of waiting for him, so they called booze so loudly that you could barely hear Logan Paul's speed. And he gave the exit same speeds he always does about being more famous, and whistled in his opponent. MSJ ended up getting into a fight, and AJ Styles had to throw into Logan Paul, news to the ring ropes to hit a low blow. He hit his finisher to end the fight, and this was a pretty paint by numbers. I just admit it did its job, but didn't offer anything. It was interesting match. I just assessment. I just said a crowd scented the board and juice back up at Logan Paul for quite some time. Do you think it's a style saw the off which he flew to London? Next match got AO Sky goes 1-on-1 against Rhea Ripley. I just said a women's world title was on the line in the main event. After when AO Sky undefeating the belt against Rhea Ripley, after the crowd gave both women one after welcomes but chance for AO Sky laying out as to the match. After began to lock up and fought for a 12 and 2, after break focus to the make break, into when Rhea Ripley got into a couple of argument with Bianca Belair, and AO Sky took advantage of her brain, distracted ever since she's got. After this match only stole the show because both women left everything into the ring. I think even said a few handicaps and they had didn't hurt too because they kept opening the injustice Ripley causing kick the EST out of the ring. I just thought nobody was there to count when she hits it. And you may believe finally made the count. AO Sky kicked out of at 2. AO Sky was ended up taking out Belair by mistake a few moments later. I just thought Belair caught for the bell into the match out as a double DQ. All 3 women began fighting each other. I knew but it was who stood tall at the end. In this match of double DQ is no match in the winner declared this match. Instead, women's champion AO Sky won her match. Into when Bianca Belair made her own referee gear. I just saw the 3 people in WWE have the kind of Ripley. I was supposed to quote injustice pays adjusted whenever she appears. After the passing when AO Sky tied to hit at the ringside with one but both women appears scratch. Into when Rhea Ripley hit Buddy Sky out the air was wow. In the final word. On Monday, Raw had more good than bad, but most of what we got possible in like first half WWE tries to stress out his years at WrestleMania Bill longer than National. We were having the pay-per-view taking place, so most will in April than National has left at WWE with more time, and then it's news to between events. And you can see how hard it is to keep finding ways to set views that have been running for moments. Also, all of the message we got this week were enjoyable in different ways, but the main event was the only one that felt like it was going to have an event on WrestleMania. And to win, Rhea Ripley is not getting including ending the whole tournament imposing to take out Io Sky and believe almost this will end up being a triple threat, and that is going how it should be. So let's go to my YouTube community poll. So give me 1 second. So give me 1 second here, guys. So let me check out my YouTube community poll. So get 100% like it so tonight. 0% is alright, and 0% didn't like it. So got 0% like it so tonight. 100% is alright, and 0% didn't like it. So I will be back here next week on Monday Night Raw. It'll be different time. It'll be at 7 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon. So I will be doing review at next week on Monday on April 7th. We'll be starting at regular time by 7 o'clock. So have a blessed Monday. I see you guys Wednesday. I will be doing live on Wednesday for AJ Dynamite and so much more. So if you listen to this podcast, anything, so I'll be back here this Wednesday. I'm doing it live on AEJ Dynamite. And I'll see you guys Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. So have a wrestling Monday. I'll see you guys at regular time at 7 o'clock afternoon on next Monday, April 7th. I will be back here. So have a great Monday. Enjoy your day. Have a wrestling night. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.